Alright, so back at it again with the Scratch tutorial. So we're just gonna get started again. So last episode we did cameras and things, and I think it turned out pretty good. So this episode we're gonna do like power, the night system, and we're gonna add some sounds because it's kind of not really that satisfying to change through things and play it. So first we're gonna do the sounds for the game. So first gonna change the door sounds because it's kind of sounds kind of dumb to be honest. So we're just gonna input a door sound here. So let's change that. Now we're gonna do the same to the other door. Turn it down a little bit. Alright, next we're going to add the lights. And this one we need some actual coding for, so just going to add this sound. We're going to do when I receive start game. Forever we're going to play the light sound, but we're also going to set the volume to 0. Then we're going to do when I receive light on, set it to 100, and then set it back to 0. Yeah, that works pretty well. So we're going to do the same thing with this light. So I'm just going to do that real quick. It's louder for some reason. Let me just turn down the volume a little bit. Why is it? Okay. There. Next thing we're going to add is the camera sounds. So we're just going to go into the monitor sprite, upload camera sounds. Gonna put them in here, the cam up, and then for when changing, we're just going to use the blip sprite. We're going to upload the sound you want for when you're changing cameras. I think that's pretty good. Got some sounds. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're also going to add ambient sound for just like the office. So what we're going to do, when I receive start game, forever play sound until done, and we're going to add an ambient sound. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, now we're going to start working on the what's it called? The timer. I'm gonna make a new sprite called time. Put your little go to 0, 0 and hide script in there. And then we're gonna make a little sprite and do like $12 o'clock. Next one, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, I guess we can add 6 too. And I guess you can add AM and stuff if you want to, but I don't know how you're gonna do that. So what we're gonna want for this is we're gonna do when I receive start game, switch to costume 1, then we're gonna do wait like 60 seconds, I guess. You also wanted to show too, probably. Then keep repeating this except switching it to the next one. Then we're gonna wait 1 second, then we're gonna broadcast win night. And what that's gonna do is gonna broadcast, the 6 a.m. It plays the clock sound or whatever you want. Then we want it to hide. Then what we want to do is when I receive win night, we're gonna do hide, and then we're gonna do stop other scripts and sprite. We're also gonna put this in our backpack, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna add that to everything else. So add it to everything. Literally everything. I mean, except the main menu stuff. Alright, and then we're gonna make your little 6 a.m. thing. We're just gonna do win light and make a black screen. Then say like 6 a.m. or you win or something. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add this. We're gonna do when I receive win night. Stop all sounds. Show. Make it like play some sounds, I guess. Sure, yeah. Then we're gonna do set ghost effect to 0, and then change ghost effect to 1, 2, 8 until repeat 50 times, and hide, set ghost effect to 0 again, and then we're going to do broadcast menu. So let's see how I can make it wait 7 seconds so you can see it for a while. So now we can test this out. Just for testing's sake, I'm just going to do 5 seconds till each hour. See that it keeps changing the time until you eventually go to 6 o'clock. There. So now we got our little time thing. We can make power now. And there's a few ways to do power, but I'm just gonna do the classic kind of way because I mean, yeah, whatever. So we're gonna make power sprite. We're not gonna put any costumes in it right now. What we're just gonna do, you don't really need to add that, but we're gonna do when I receive start game, make a new variable called power, and what we're gonna do is set power to 100. And so you want your power to keep going down every once in a while, right? So what we're going to do, repeat. We're actually going to do repeat until repeat until power equals 0. We're going to change power by -1, and we're going to do that every like 5 seconds, I guess. So your power keeps going down. Yeah, that's pretty good. Make it slower or faster if you want, but then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do if power equals 0, broadcast power out. Then we're gonna make a when I receive power out, hide, and then stop other scripts and sprite. We're gonna add that to our backpack. You can do fancier power outs if you want to do your Freddy in the door thing, whatever. But we're probably gonna do that, but we're just gonna add this script to like the cameras and stuff. So we're gonna do to this. Everything other than the doors, lights, and office. So we did everything else. Now for the lights and doors, we're gonna add something a little different. We're gonna do when I receive power out, add a if else statement. Actually, this is the wrong sprite to do this, and do if But when I receive power out, if light equals on, broadcast, light off, stop other scripts in Sprite. Actually, we only need that. Or else, I guess we can do the same thing. And power is more than more than 0, else. So test this out real quick. Then we're going to do set power to 0. Yeah, then we can't do the lights anymore. But if power equals 100, then we can still do the lights. So we're going to do this to the rest of the light scripts. So we're going to do we're going to have the same thing. Except we're going to do light 2, light 2, light 2 equals off, light 2 equals off, light 2, and power. So that, yeah, and we're gonna do the same thing with the doors too. So when I see power out, if door equals close, broadcast, door 1 open, door 1 open, set door, door 1 open. Else, if it's already open, broadcast, set door 1 open. And then we're going to do the same thing with the greater 2 or kind of thing. We'll test this out real quick. Then set power. We're going to do the same thing with the other door button. Like it's gonna, you can still kind of close it, but it's just not gonna work. Not gonna stay closed. It's kind of annoying little issue, but I don't surely know how to fix it. So that's just gonna be the way it's gonna be. So yeah. Alright, well that's the power, then we're gonna add we're gonna add the power out kind of look. And we're gonna do when I receive power out show. Alright, let's see here. We're also gonna do when I receive power out, we're just gonna set the power to 0. Alright, I'm gonna add this, and we're gonna add set power to 100. We got a power steadily ticking down, and then do we're gonna add when I see other scripts and when I see power out, stop other scripts and sprite. Actually, we don't need to add that. Should I repeat until power equals 0? So our power is ticking down, which is nice. I mean, it's not nice if you're, but when the power goes out, power goes 0, broadcast power up. Oh, also another thing we're going to add is the camera button. When I receive power out, stop other scripts and sprite, and we want it to hide. So let's see how this works here. So we got our power going down, then broadcast power out. There. Yeah, actually, we can just add broadcast power out at the end of this script. I don't know why I added that, but whatever. So we got a power, we got our night, which we didn't not not yet, but we have our sounds, power, our time. We want to add so the doors drain power. So we're gonna do. We're gonna go on our door buttons, and when this sprite is clicked, we're gonna actually. When I see start game, we're going to do repeat until equals open, door 1 equals open, and we're going to do change power by -1. We're going to do like, so let's see here. If yeah, it's draining a lot more power with the door open. And if we don't have the door open, it keeps losing power at a consistent rate of time. So that's nice. We're gonna set it to 3 seconds. The door is closed. Yeah, that'll drain more power. We're gonna copy this, put it to the other door. Just switch it to door 2. And we're gonna do the same thing with the lights. If light 1 equals on, light 1 off. Apparently I can't type right now. And we're gonna make it drain slower. Copy that, paste it. Yeah. Alright, we can get rid of the door, put power right there. See, our power is draining at a consistent rate. Now if we just turn everything on, it's draining a lot faster. Just shut everything off. Now it's draining at a consistent rate. So now we just got to add for the cameras. So if monitor equals up and down. So if the monitor is up, then it drains more power, and if it's down, then it doesn't drain power. So we're also going to do when I receive power out, when I receive power out, we're gonna add an if-else statement. We're gonna do if monitor equals up. We're going to broadcast screen hide and monitor down, and then add this. So that's pretty good for power. You can do you can add another sprite, which I'm probably gonna do. So yeah, we should do that. So when we have a monitor up, it will drain more power. How fast can it be? Yeah, it's draining really fast. Okay, so next thing we're gonna add is so it doesn't look like, scratch variable thing. So what we're gonna make is a little battery sprite. We're gonna add this to that, add it to that, and then when I receive start game, we're gonna make it show. So we're gonna add a little battery sprite, so it looks kind of cool. We add like 4 stages to it. Can make an outline. We got our little power thing here. It looks pretty cool. And we're gonna add the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of these two. Get rid of these two. And just get rid of all of it. We can make it so it changes colors too. Like make it so it's yellow. Make it so it's like red. I mean, you can make it here. That's like all green, so it's all happy. Make it a bit more. Oh, shit. Right, so then we're gonna make a different sprite here, a different script here. So when I receive start game, forever, bunch of if statements, and bunch of equal ones. Actually, I think it's forever if power equals 100, And power equals 75, 50, 25. And power equals 0. Let's see if power equals 100 equals would this work? What if we do set power to 75? What if we set power to like 3? All right, there we go. Yeah. All right. So if we you just test it to make sure it really does work. All right. Yeah. I think that's gonna work. Okay, so we got a power. We got a thing. You can add like a little sound so it makes like you lost power. I don't really have one right now. I could just add this right now. I'm probably gonna make it sound different, but all right. So that's our power and our time. I'm probably gonna wait to make different nights for when the animatronic. I want to make episode for the animatronics. So yeah, because we want the difficulty of the animatronics to change with each night. But I think that's pretty good. We have time, power, and our 6 a.m. kind of windscreen thing. The next episode, we're probably gonna add like we're gonna add animatronics and night system and difficulty, and after that, I mean, I think we're pretty good for your little Five Nights at Freddy's fan game kind of game. So yeah, see you guys all next time, and I think that'll do it.